For the record, I'd give the last story a 10. So I'm not this generation. Became an adult when Michael Jackson was still alive, and he won a Grammy for Beat It. Now, Michael Jackson is gone. Beat It is not that popular anymore, but there are songs which still, and singers which still persist. I went to a Bruce Springsteen show in 2001 in Colorado, and recently friends of mine went to a Bruce Springsteen show in 2023 in Regent's Park in London. So Bruce Springsteen is still there. And his song, remember the song, Dancing in the Dark? I get up in the evening and I've forgotten the words. But that my time, when I was growing up, we used to make mixtapes. If you were a guy, you made a mixtape for a girl to show her how much you cared for her. So we put together a mixtape, and mixtape was the perfect way of showing who you were and how much you cared. I always put in my favorite song by Dire Straits. Here come a Johnny sing oldies goldies. Hey Papalula, baby, what I say. Remember that? Walk of Life. That was the song that I put. And if I wanted to show that I wanted a more long-term relationship, I'd put in something by the Beatles. When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now. So we put together those mixtapes. I suppose today's generation just hold their phones against each other and exchange songs as they look deep into each other's eyes, exchange songs by Bluetooth. But it's not like making a mixtape. And fast forward, and I was a copywriter in India at that time. We had this client. He had a whiskey brand, which he was very proud of, but he wouldn't give us a clear brief. Whenever he presented to him, he knew exactly what he didn't want, but he never could tell us what he wanted. So the brief kept bouncing from copywriter to copywriter, finally ended up at my desk. By that time, we had managed to narrow it down that the client wanted people to see that they were enjoying his brand over generations and they were having a good time. So I tried the usual thing. Grandfather listening to rap and enjoying a glass of whiskey. That didn't work. That was shot down. Grandma in high heels and a mini skirt and dancing to the music and enjoying this glass of whiskey. No. I should also mention that Indian whiskey is, they import Scotch from India, from here, and then they dilute it with the local rot gut, and they call it blended whiskey. So that was a whiskey brand that I was supposed to be working on. The last thing was I thought I'd do it the other way. So I had a lot of young people dressed like goths and playing bingo. And every time they would raise a glass of whiskey when they got a number or something. That didn't work. And I went to sleep. I went to sleep the night before the presentation, thinking of cassettes, spooling, and all that. And then I suddenly realized something. There was a record spinning around, and there was a cassette spinning around, and there was a CD spinning around. Next day, I got up early in the morning, went to the agency, typed it, because we used typewriters at the time. I typed it very quickly. So it started off with a discotheque, people in bell bottoms, disco ball, big hair, and they were dancing to something in the 60s, oh-blah-dee, oh-blah-da. Remember that? Then the camera moved into the record player, which suddenly morphed into a cassette player, and then pulled out. And by that time, a different type, 70s type of music. This was a Hollywood theme party in a pool, and they were dressed like they were in the 70s, and the music would have changed to, "You are the dancing queen." And then finally, the camera would go into the cassette player, and then it would pull out, and then it would turn out to be a CD player and appropriate 90s music. So I typed it up, and my boss said, because he had worked on his own script, He said, it's too late. I can't present this. I said, can you take it? He said, I'll take it as a backup thing. Uh, my boss' script got shot down. Mine was, I'm not sure if it was ever presented, but it was the ideal script to show that people enjoy that particular brand of rot gut whiskey over generations. Thank you very much.